about your partner, when you talk with your partner. From this beginning, I would like to hand over the stage to one of our esteemed colleague, Dr. Suman Dagman.
Before that, so can you just give a perception of marriage from your point of view?
If you see the perception of marriage from my point of view, I am actually happy about it. I have seen my parents grow from it. I have that ideal place. It's a place where you go for peace. It's a place where you go for support. It's a place where you can be you. It's a place where you don't have to face the judgments. It's a place for a compassion. It's a place for kindness, not for yourself, but for your partner also. Same way you can be yourself, the partner can be herself. She doesn't have to take the load completely herself. You have to be with each other and do better for the world. That's my perspective of marriage. I just gave the statistical analysis because that's my part. But if you ask for marriage from my part of view, I'm very much ready for the marriage. I'm looking for it. Looking for it in a way ki I'm ready for it. The person who are not ready for it. That's the very keen part on my side. Thank you for asking this question actually. It was a great thing for me to share also.
Mm.
Because just now Suman ma'am raised the issue coming from a person who is far away from that thing. But
Yeah, but
yes.
before Suman ma'am takes the stage forward, why
Mm,
I wanted to ask this
yeah.
question because the intention of creating this scene
Yeah.
requires a perspective from a person who is at other side of the table, and when the reality is at the opposite side of the table.
Yeah.
And now when we combine it together, and when
Yeah.
every listener is getting the
Yeah.
intention and perception and different perspectives, they will be
Correct.
able to connect with the situation even better. So what you said, marriage, can you just repeat the description of marriage that you said that uh,
Yes.
yeah.
For me, if you ask for a person who is far away from the marriage, I would suggest marriage is an institution for me where it's built on kindness, compassion, where you place the provide you actually provide the space for kindness and compassion for the other person that you same expect from each other. You build upon it, you grow old with it, and you provide support for it throughout the life for it. And along with that, you build the resources for your kids, future generation, and people around you, actually working harmoniously with the nature, with the institutions, and with other families. It's not just about you both, it's about actually collaborating with the world.
So according to you, in the practical world and when it comes together as a real life thing, what might be happening because of which the divorce rate is increasing nowadays, or not divorce rate, but just disagreements or some lack of unity?
Yeah. Lack of unity as each other or with the other peoples.
No, no, no. Lack of unity means not being really together, even if it looks like very good marriage on the surface.
Yeah.
But if you go deep down, there are many gaps. So, according to you, why this question is asked to you? Because as you said that you're looking for it. So, if you are not in the marriage till now, according to your fresh perspective, what might be the issue that is creating this tiff?
If you ask for a person who has seen it from a helicopter view, because I can be on the both the sides, because I'm not there into it, yet I let get to hear a perspective on both the sides.
That's why you're an important person to say that.
Yeah. So from helicopter point of view, both care for each other, both want to be each other, but both don't express that desire to be with each other. The both don't express that care for each other. Care for us, care is expressed in the anger format, but other person don't expect it. Like if someone forgets to call you when they reach home, you actually shout on them, and the other person's you are shouting out of care. But for other person's point of view, why he need to shout out this thing?
Mm,
There is a lack of communication on this point.
mm,
It's yes, there is a source of care and love there, but due to that barrier of anger, we actually miss the source.
mm.
This is just the one situation I depicted. But if you put it in a series of questions or in a series of depictions, you will see the barrier gets increased tenfold from one situation to tenfold. This is the most common problem right now. And instead of talking with each other, we talk about each other. as I have said. If you
Mhm.
talk about this thing with each other, there is no barrier, everything is resolved, and you go on with happy situations everywhere. Like everywhere, there is said, ki, at the beginning of relationship, every person said that no one of us will go to bed angry, which is very common thing right nowadays. But if you see on paper or if you connect with yourself also, how many of you followed it till the end? For initial 4 5 months, you may do it. But as they say, the honeymoon phase is over. Will you still follow the same routine? Because it takes commitment, it takes efforts from both the sides to follow this thing. And yet, here some people are adamant that a relationship should be 50-50. But person should need to understand the quota is going to change. Sometimes it's going to be 90-10 also, it's going to be 20-80 also, and situation is going to be reverse also, where you were playing the part of 20-80, somewhere you have to play, you will be 20 also, another person have to be 80 also. It's about each other's understanding, the love, the compassion you build over with each other, that lets you automatically, not about judging, naturally have this stimulation of percentage or shifting of percentage. Some people do it with conversations, some people are unable to do it with conversations. This is the helicopter view which I have observed.
Yes, great, great. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I hope that everyone is in sync with the topic now. Yes.
Before
So,
moving ahead, anyone of you, like all the people here, are having this kind of situations? Anyone of us, do you feel the same connected with or not? And yes, if not, then we will move ahead with our esteemed leader, Dr. Suman ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Dr. Swapnil, you have laid the stage so beautifully. You have expressed your views so explicitly. Really amazing. Coming from an unmarried person, your ideas and the way an ideal marriage should work is extraordinary. I mean, even I have learned to, that, yeah, 50-50 doesn't have to be 50-50. Sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's 60, sometimes it's 10. The whole intention should be of growing together. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So चलते हैं हम आज I am the wife as you can see and he's my husband. We are just I think around 2-3 years of marriage, say 3 years of marriage, and it's our anniversary. अब क्या हो रहा है? 9
Yeah.
बज चुकी है आज की. आना था इनको 7:30 बजे.
No, we are not doing that.
पता नहीं इतना कितना काम करते हैं. टाइम से तो कभी आना ही नहीं होता है. जब हमारे कोर्टशिप पीरियड में आधा घंटा पहले आके बैठ जाते थे, मेरे लिए वेट करते थे, मेरे लिए कितना केयर करते थे. और आजकल तो इनको फुर्सत ही
I
नहीं
will
है.
do that work.
जब देखो तब ये मीटिंग, वो मीटिंग, ये क्लाइंट, वो क्लाइंट. हद हो गई है यार. हाउ कैन यू टेक मी सो मच फॉर ग्रांटेड? समझ में
Yeah.
नहीं आता मैं क्या करूं इनके साथ में.
Yeah. Yes,
फोन
Suman,
लगा रही
I'm
हूँ,
home.
फोन लगा रही हूँ तभी भी एंगेज जा रहा है फोन.
I was having a call with client. Sorry, I was late.
Isn't that your regular excuse?
Yes, Suman, it's not an excuse. You also know we just got this client. I need to talk with him. It's important.
But
Why
today,
you have to
today
bring
is
this
our
thing over?
anniversary. आपको समझ में नहीं आता? I'm waiting for your. Or have you just forgotten that also? In the morning, I reminded you also that at least हम घर में
Oh,
बैठ के एक डिनर डेट कैंडल लाइट के साथ कर सकते हैं. वो बेचारा मोमबत्ती भी जल जल के बुझ चुका है. वो मोमबत्ती की हालत है तो मेरी क्या हालत हुई होगी.
yes, Suman, you're correct. But anniversary तो हर साल आएगी ना. But this client is important for me. We are growing this business. I just got us the new apartment. उसके ईएमआईज भी भरना है, उसके लिए क्लाइंट जरूरी है. एनिवर्सरी तो क्या अगले साल भी आ जाएगी ना.
पर मतलब ये मेरी थर्ड एनिवर्सरी इसी टाइम आने वाली है. और ये सिर्फ एनिवर्सरी की बात नहीं, ये आपकी रोज की कहानी हो गई है. मतलब यू आई एम नॉट ऑन योर प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट एट ऑल. आई थिंक
You are If you're not on the priority list, why the hell I'm doing this meetings? Why the hell I got this apartment for us? And why the hell I did book a holiday package for us on the last anniversary? Isn't this thing is enough for you? Why always you have to do that thing?
It's not enough. It's not enough. I just want few moments. I want us to be together, enjoy our togetherness साथ में. मुझे सिर्फ ये पैसे, ये ट्रिप और वहाँ ट्रिप में भी जाके क्या फायदा होने वाला है? लास्ट ट्रिप में भी जब हम मॉलडीव्स गए थे, हमने क्या एंजॉय किया? आप तो अपनी मीटिंग्स में ही लगे हुए थे. इतना कितना ऐसा लगता है पैसा कमाना एक नशा हो गया आपके लिए.
नशे की बात नहीं है, ये हमारी जरूरत है। अगर मैं कॉल नहीं उठाऊंगा तो मालदीव जाएंगे कैसे? अगली बार अगर मालदीव नहीं गए तुम, आप तो फिर कहेंगी मैडम, मैडम जी तो फिर कहेंगी आपने तो बड़ा प्रॉमिस किया था सिंगापुर लेके जाएंगे, पर लेके कहाँ गए? लोनावला। तो लोनावला से सिंगापुर जाने के लिए कॉल तो करने पड़ेंगे, मीटिंग्स तो करनी पड़ेंगी।
डू यू रियलाइज आप क्या कर रहे हैं? ये जो टाइम हमारा अभी निकल जाएगा ना, वो वापस नहीं आने वाला है. आई अग्री,
Sorry,
जरूरतें
excuse me, I
होती
need to
है,
take the call.
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज. लुक एट
Suman,
दिस.
please
मतलब
can you shut for 1 minute? I need to take this call.
दिस इज टू मच. मतलब व्हाट एम आई डूइंग? मैं भी तो अपना ऑफिस छोड़ के आई हूँ. क्या मैं यहाँ बेकार बैठी हूँ आपके लिए? मतलब पहले आपके पास इतना टाइम था, एक छोटे फ्लावर्स लाते थे, कभी गिफ्ट्स लाते थे, कभी सिर्फ बातें करते थे. वो सब सिर्फ दिखावा था. जैसे ही शादी हो गई, सब चीज जीरो हो गया.
फ्लावर्स तो आपको पिछले साल भी मिले थे, इस साल भी मेरी सेक्रेटरी ने आपको घर पे फ्लावर्स
सेक्रेटरी
भिजवाए
ने
थे,
भेजा था.
फिर भी आपको।
सेक्रेटरी को ही दे देते आप. यार ये कोई तरीका है प्यार इसका इजहार करने का? मुझे तो लगता है यू डू नॉट लव मी एनी मोर.
No, Suman, this is not the thing. The client is actually important.
The client is only important.
No, you are also important. If the clients is gonna come, तभी तो हम आगे हॉलीडेज पे जा पाएंगे। समझो ना तुम।
आप डिसाइड कर लीजिए क्या चाहिए आपको. क्या आपको सिर्फ वो पैसा चाहिए, या आपको उस पैसे के साथ हम साथ में टाइम बिताए? ऐसा कुछ बैलेंस होना चाहिए लाइफ में. आई एम गेटिंग वेरी फेड अप. अगर अगर आपको सीरियसली मैच चाहिए लाइफ में, तो आपको कुछ सोल्यूशन निकालना पड़ेगा, वरना मैं नहीं रहने वाली हूँ आपके साथ.
औरत का मैं क्या करूं? काम ना करूं तो पैसा कहाँ से आएगा? इसके ट्रिप्स कहाँ से होंगी? इसका खर्चा कहाँ से उठेगा? और मैडम जी को एरिया में टाइम चाहिए। वाह, आज एनिवर्सरी के दिन तो झगड़ा छोड़ देती, आज भी करना था।
आज एनिवर्सरी के दिन तो घर पे टाइम पे आ सकते थे.
आ
मैंने
तो गया
कुछ
हूँ
नहीं
ना,
मांगा था
आधा घंटा
आपसे,
लेट हुआ है
सिर्फ
सिर्फ।
आपका 2 घंटे निकालने को कहा था. 2 hours with your wife, just the two of us together. I am done, Swapnil. I am really done. I am keeping
So
the
am I.
phone and bye. See you.
So am I. I'm done with this conversation. If you want to talk, we can have this formal dinner. Otherwise, I'm leaving. Yes. ये हर बार का मैं नहीं झेल सकता, मैं जा रहा हूँ। सॉरी, बाय। एंड so this was the normal situation where it ended. After the conversation, which has to be something else, ended up being something else. It was an anniversary situation. Doesn't work out so very well. So you have seen all the anger in this, or you have seen all the frustration in it. Though it was a superficial thing, you have may relate somewhere some situation in your life also, because most of the people are here in this institution either working with their marriage and for their partner to give them some surprises. So for this reaction on the both the side and what could have been done, or for the see the perspective of both the sides, I would like to hand over stage to one of our esteemed observer, Dr. Pallavi Khair ma'am, to have the platform and in giving us the insight on both the sides and where it was wrong and where it was correct, or it was just a situation where two people were actually clashing against each other rather than being with each other. Yes, Pallavi, stage is yours.
So, first of all, I was so engrossed in the situation, and uh, every one of you, if you have observed the situation, even if you are married or not, you have witnessed this situation somewhere, and this is a very common scenario. First of all, I would really, from my bottom of heart, appreciate Suman and Swapnil for creating such a fantastic burning issue of today's time. Fantastically played roles, and both of you were absolutely in the elements, and you gave the essence of the reality. It was not that lovey-dovey situation, and this is what I mean. You have no idea how you have contributed. This is what is missing in today's movies that you have portrayed. All these filmy movies have actually gave has given us a wrong perception of marriage and relationship. And what Suman and Swapna have just demonstrated is the reality. Is the reality. So mm, let's go to the next phase now. So if anyone wants to share anything before we start the approach, anyone wants to say anything for Suman, Swapnil, or you want to share your views on this situation, whether you relate with it, whether you have also experienced it, what your emotions, what emotions were flowing in your mind and heart when these people were playing their roles.
Uh, am I would just like to invite one person for this fresh perspective because that person is very important to me. It's one of my like mentor I can say has joined today's session. That is Dr. Mr. Mahadev Padwal sir. He is here today. He is also part of this institution, and I would like to hear his insights if he is available or on the mic, or if he is able to talk. I would love to hear your insights on this thing, Mahadev sir. You have joined a little bit of late, so I will give you the insight that it's about the marriage. What you have, it's a situation where you have to talk with your husband and wife, and the daily situation you face. So, if after a like, for what situations you think lead to have a quarrels, repeated quarrels, and ultimately lead to some divorce end in a marriage, as you are great associated with many projects on the national level, we would like to hear this insight on you. And right now, work you are doing, is then there anything that is happening with you which you would like to share, if it's okay with you? So handing over the stage to Mahadev Padwal sir. Are you available?
Yeah, thank you, Sopil. Uh, Hello, all. Actually, uh, I just saw Swapnil's status and I just thought to join the session. As Swapnil mentioned, I'm just his friend, and I just loved the way he elaborated the scenario and the role play done by Sumanji and Swapnil. Uh, going to the situation or the content, uh, currently the situation that he mentioned is I'm just uh, I would like to mention that it is a regular situation for me. The kind of work that I'm doing right now is uh, I am working with a Sevankur. It's an NGO, and because of which I have to travel at least 10 to 15 days out of Maharashtra. I have to travel across Maharashtra. So I can imagine this situation, but by the God's grace or thanks to the Almighty, that this situation never comes in my family. Yeah, she is very understanding person. Credit goes to her completely. But if such situation comes, I can imagine that it is best way to just listen her. Don't try to argue. Don't try to answer her, because it is very important to listen her perspective. uh, this can be done by both sides, but I'm just taking my side, like what I should do or what I will do. It is better to listen her, try to understand her situation, try to understand the things that she goes through when she's alone, when she's thinking about all this situation. And there might be a situation where she must be comparing her current situation with the earlier situation or with her friends, She might be going through various Insta posts, Facebook posts, and might be thinking that my friends are going around, they are traveling, they are spending time, they are putting some good photos on social media, but I'm not able to do so. So, what other people might be thinking, or my friends might be thinking about my situation and all. So, just listen her. Better to give some time patiently with her. Just sit aside or sit beside her and uh, just let that time spend away. Let the situation go silently, and then after 5-10 minutes, I am definitely can say that the situation will be normal and it will go as per your wish or the way you want. If Swapnil would not have argued to Sumanji, it would have gone a better way. I thought. I think that's my perspective. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for very much for your perspective. Though we would have liked to see you in person and have your camera switched on, but if it is not a very favorable situation, that's okay. But thank you very much for coming on this call and sharing your 2 cents. Of course, what you have said definitely makes sense, and Kindness Corner works on that intention of listening. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Mahadev sir, to giving respect to my words. And it's God's grace to have a mentor like you for understanding every life situation wherever you face you are stuck. This is the person you should go and have a conversation with. He is a profession by engineer, but he is the director of operations on many NGO projects right now, leading around the thousands of medicos pan India towards one global good initiative. If you want to have a conversation, like if you're thinking I have a different background, I cannot do that work, or if I'm a medico, I cannot do IT work, then Mahadev sir is the perfect example for you how a person can do anything if he has will to do. So I appreciate you being here, taking out time from your busy schedule. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Swapnil. Just
Yeah.
don't mention so many thanks.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the stage. Yes. So, coming to the perspectives, if anyone would like to share your emotions related to this situation, you're welcome. All right. So, let's start with the
I
husband's
think
part. Yeah.
Swati ma'am wants to say something.
Yes, Swati.
First of all, the very big thank you to Swapnil and Swapnil, Dr. Swapnil and Suman जी. ऐसे रियल में लग रहा था कि हस्बैंड वाइफ है एकदम वो रियल सिचुएशन जैसे लगी मुझे रियल में और कुछ कुछ मैं रिलेट भी कर पाई and what Swapnil said before starting when you asked what is your perspective about marriage and he said was like it is not always 50-50, it can be 90-10 also 60-40 also. That is really true. कभी कभी ऐसी भी सिचुएशन आई है कि हम लोग वेट करते रहे, मेरे हस्बैंड डॉक्टर है और कितनी बार ऐसा रहा है कि हमको कोई फंक्शन में जाना है, मैं तैयार होके बैठी हूँ और वो 9:15 9:30 बजे बोलते हैं नहीं जाना है, घर पे ही रुकना है. इट्स लाइक बट आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट बट आई थिंक वो बोलते हैं ना जैसे व्हेन फ्रूट राइपन्स उसकी टेस्ट एक अलग आती है. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है जब साल बीत जाते हैं और हम एक दूसरे के लिए जब थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्रोमाइज सेक्रीफाइस या जो भी वर्ड आप यूज करना चाहो उसके लिए जब हम एक दूसरे को थोड़ा रिस्पेक्ट थोड़ा थोड़ा एडजस्ट करना सीख जाते हैं ना तो आगे जाके ये चीजें याद आती है तो हंसी आती है एंड वापस ऐसी सिचुएशन आती भी है ना तो यू हैंडल इट वेरी नाइसली. दिस इज पर्सनली व्हाट आई फील like this is my perspective. I don't know about
Thank
others
you
but
very much. Thank you
yeah.
very much, Swati, for your valuable inputs. And of course, as you have rightly said, with time it matures. But what about that time? Means people want to sweeten that time also, जब तक ये mature नहीं होता है. So we are going to look at this situation from a different perspective, right? So let us look at the husband's side first, and then we will go to the wife's side. Why I took the husband part first? Because in our society, especially in India, or if you look at, I have researched so many cultures and I have seen that in all over the world, uh, women get this quick compassion from the outside world. And generally, when a man is ambitious or career oriented or busy with the work, they have been looked down as money oriented, greedy, पैसे के पीछे भागने वाला. And there's a lot of dilemma in a man's mind. So see, in kindness corner we look at every person, man or woman, as a human being. For the first time this situation has come where I have to really dissociate man and woman as alag se. Otherwise in my regular life or even in kindness corner we don't use this language of man or woman, we use it as a human being. But here it is important to address because it's a very important relation for the society actually. So here compassion is required for both the elements, husband and wife. So let us look at the husband first. So see what is going on in husband's life. Since childhood, the boy child is raised in such a way that he is asked to perform well everywhere, to perform well. Now, why this is important? Now, you might be thinking that ये कहाँ से शुरुआत से क्यों शुरू किए? But if you are a female, then you need to look at your husband from a different point of view. Not as a husband, but a child behind that husband who has been raised this way in this society, that these male children have pressure of performing excellently well everywhere. So बचपन से अगर पढ़ाई में अच्छे हैं तो उनकी बड़ी वाहवाही होती है, लेकिन अगर पढ़ाई में अच्छे नहीं है तो उनके पे एक प्रेशर होता है, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं से एक टॉन्ट तो आ ही जाता है, पैसे कैसे कमाएगा, अपनी फैमिली कैसे चलाएगा, बीवी बच्चों का ख्याल कैसे रखेगा. सो सिंस द टाइम लाइक थोड़ी सी समझ आ जाती है तो बच्चे को, मतलब वो मेल चाइल्ड को पैसे के बारे में थोड़ा पता होता है, और कुछ नहीं पता हुआ तो भी ये तो पता है कि टू अर्न मनी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट और आगे जाके पैसे कमाना है. फ्रॉम अ वेरी यंग एज दे स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर वेज कि फिर वो लोग ना रिसर्च करते हैं कहाँ से कौन से प्रोफेशन कैसे कैसे, तो भी एजुकेशन हो जाता है. अभी वो स्ट्रगल इज डिफरेंट स्टोरी टू डिस्कस इन सम अदर सेशन. बट व्हेन दे गेट मैरिड दे हैव दिस, मैरिज के बाद भी सबसे बड़ा प्रेशर इज ऑन द हस्बैंड पार्ट. व्हाई? अभी तो वाइफ आ गई है. सो वाइफ हैज फुल फ्रीडम टू वर्क और नॉट टू वर्क. हस्बैंड डजंट हैव दैट फ्रीडम. हस्बैंड डजंट हैव दैट फ्रीडम, स्पेशली इन इंडिया, एटलीस्ट इन इंडिया. आप देखो तो हस्बैंड हैज दैट प्रेशर कि अभी शादी हो गई है, अभी देखो घर खरीदना है, उसे कंफर्टेबल रखना है, उसकी शॉपिंग की इच्छा, उसका एंटरटेनमेंट, फिर जब अगर बच्चे हो जाते हैं तो बच्चों का ख्याल, आजकल एजुकेशन इतना एक्सपेंसिव हो गया है, ये सब. सो बच्चे सीन में आने से पहले हर मेल, मतलब हर हस्बैंड को लगता है मेरा फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस ऐसा होना चाहिए ना कि जब मेरा बच्चा आए तो जब मैंने देखा ना उससे बेहतर लाइफ मैं अपने बच्चों को दे पाऊं. राइट? सो दिस हस्बैंड विल डू एवरीथिंग टू अर्न मनी. अभी क्या होता है, शादी हो जाती है. शादी कैसे, अभी जैसे ये सिनेरियो क्रिएट हुआ है, लेकिन इससे पहले का फेज ऐसा होता है कि ओ वाओ आई हैव अ लाइफ पार्टनर, मींस मेल हो या फीमेल पार्ट हो, आई हैव अ लाइफ पार्टनर, आई कैन बी एनीथिंग, आई कैन से एनीथिंग, और मैं तो बिना बताए ही मेरी बात सुन ले और समझ ले. ये सबसे बड़ा एक बबल है जहां हस्बैंड और वाइफ दोनों रह रहे हैं, तो बिना बताए मेरी बात समझ जाते हैं. इतना कनेक्शन है हमारे बीच में, वो ना हमारा अलग ही स्पिरिचुअल कनेक्शन है. सो वो भगवान थोड़ी बांध के आते हैं. तो इट इज यू नो वेरी a dreamy scene that is being created when the people, both of them are recently married, and then husband assumes that अगर मैं ये पार्ट संभाल रहा हूँ ना to earn money, though my other part is my wife and she will take care of that part. So उसके मन में क्या है, पार्टनरशिप तो 50-50 सही भी चल रहा है ना. If I am not contributing in household chores, so she is also not contributing in money part. वे तो सही है, सही है. तो अभी उसने एज्यूम कर लिया है कि she is going to do everything that I cannot do. तभी तो रिलेशनशिप कंप्लीट होगी ना. और उसके दिमाग में ये चल रहा है कि आई एम अंडरस्टूड एंड आई एम एक्सेप्टेड एज आई एम इन फ्रंट ऑफ. सो अभी मेरे क्लाइंट का फोन आया, आई कैन टेक, क्योंकि अभी तो आई एम लाइक यू नो दैट एम्बिशियस फेज ऑफ लाइफ चल रहा है. लेट 20s अर्ली 30s सबसे ज्यादा एम्बिशन और डिजायर होता है टू अर्न मनी. राइट नाउ ही इज बिजी विद दैट, नाउ ही कम्स विद दिस ambition at home कि हाँ उसे भी पता है एनिवर्सरी है. Now when he gets fired for this कि लेट आए ये लाइक एनिवर्सरी का क्या है, एनिवर्सरी डिनर ही है ना, कल भी तो कर सकते हैं. आज डेट आई है लेकिन हम कल सेलिब्रेट कर लेंगे या फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर सेलिब्रेट कर लेंगे, वॉट एवर. सो फॉर हिम one particular day, one particular occasion doesn't hold that much of importance because his opportunities in career, business, work, or his commitments is more important. Why this is important? Because he has to show his face to the world. Because since childhood, he has been wired for becoming a good performer. And if he fails to do it, he will not have that respect in his wife's eyes. If he doesn't earn money, so basically, why he is doing what he is doing is to provide and to have self respect in front of his family members, be it parents or wife. And when in this scenario, now in this situation, is चीज में, it is really difficult for him to create a balance in life. It is very difficult because आपको अगर पैसा कमाना है और अगर आपको पूरी तरह से आपको 100% देना है ना, अगर 100% यहाँ दे दिया तो 100% उसी टाइम पे दूसरी जगह कैसे दे सकते हैं, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है ना प्रैक्टिकली. So now here the husband needs that empathy and respect. So when he comes home, उसका एक्सपेक्टेशन है, इवन इफ he's on call कि हाँ मेरी वाइफ मुझे समझ ले. Now if you look at this situation, कहीं भी आपको लव का एक भी पॉइंट दिखा है? 1% भी नहीं है लव का यहाँ. अगर हम आई लव यू दिन में 100 बार एक दूसरे को बोलते हैं तो ये लव यहाँ कहाँ गया फिर? मैरिज is more about respect and understanding. Love is an outcome of all that. Imagine if you are a married person, if your spouse doesn't respect you, if your spouse doesn't understand you, and this happens multiple times. Your spouse disrespects you and your spouse talks very rudely to you. I guarantee you that you will not feel love for your spouse after a few days or after a few months. Why? Because love is an outcome of your input. So the husband needs that space of respect and empathy. He goes home and he feels that, oh wow, at least, means he doesn't have much expectation मेरे लिए ये surprise हो. He is not expecting that. बस एक smile मिले, दो शब्द प्यार से पूछ ले आज का दिन कैसा था. That is enough. But when he gets a call, it is not his fault because that is how the business is working. He gets a call and he gets bashing from that side. What is happening is he has that fear of losing that business. He has that fear of losing that financial opportunity. So he is thinking that अभी तो मेरे हाथ से ये relationship भी जा रही है, money भी जा रही है, but I cannot let money go because I always can mend and repair my relationship. But I cannot let go of money because money is very important for not for my career. उसे खुद के लिए पैसा नहीं चाहिए, उसे खुद के वाइफ के लिए, अपने बच्चों के फ्यूचर के लिए पैसा चाहिए. So we cannot call and label people as money minded या greedy. Right? Now looking at if you are clear with this is how the husband is thinking, this is what is going on in his head, and this is the need. What is the need of husband? एक common need है, सबकी अलग अलग need होती है, but husband की need क्या है? Wife's appreciation or understanding. और ये तब आता है when wife can have take some efforts to listen. Some efforts to listen. Now, what is going on in wife's mind? Should I take a pause or it's okay with all of you?
Okay, ma'am, with me.
All right. Okay. All right. So now looking at the wife's perspective. Now, what is happening in her head? What is happening is, uh, see, whether wife is a working woman or housewife doesn't make much difference. Why I tell you? At the end of the day, in our Indian scenario, wife is taking care of household chores, whether she is working or not. So what is going on in his head is जॉब करे या ना करे, एक्चुअल सिचुएशन और मेंटल स्टेट ना ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही होता है. सो कि आज तो एनिवर्सरी है, माय हस्बैंड शुड कम होम, ब्रिंग सम फ्लावर्स, चॉकलेट्स, ये सब. अभी ये फ्लावर्स और चॉकलेट्स नहीं चाहिए उसे, गिफ्ट भी नहीं चाहिए. व्हाट शी वांट्स इज उसे याद रहे एक प्यारा सा मैसेज भेज दे, एक प्यारा सा कॉल कर ले, या ही शुड मेक मी फील इम्पोर्टेंट. दैट इज द नीड ऑफ वाइफ, कि आई एम इम्पोर्टेंट इन हिज लाइफ. क्यों ये नीड क्यों है वाइफ की? बिकॉज इन आर सिनेरियो जहां generally a man is a breadwinner, a woman has this thought that he goes out, meets many people, has many connections, and he has a very good opportunity in this world to earn money and to contribute, and I don't have that opportunity because I have biological responsibilities. So I can never have that pleasure of earning money, giving to family, or doing certain things, and then building your business or building your workplace and having that leadership. I cannot have that. So I don't have that. In spite of all that, am I really important in his eyes? Am I really important in his life? शादी तो हो गई, लेकिन क्या मैं सही में जरूरी हूँ? So when she feels that she is unimportant, because in her mind she thinks that she is of little use, because she is constantly comparing herself with a male, not with her husband. लेकिन एक गर्ल चाइल्ड में ना ये बड़ा होता है, कंपैरिजन करना. मेरी जगह अगर कोई लड़का होता उसको इतना फ्रीडम होता. दिस वाज इन माय माइंड आल्सो, एंड दिस इज प्रेजेंट एवरी गर्ल्स माइंड. So when you start comparing yourself with a man, with a girl, with a boy child, you are always satisfied. Why? Because naturally you are not physically that powerful. And then you feel that you are weak. So no one else is there who is making you feel weak. You are making yourself feel weak. And that's why you are constantly begging for love. You're constantly asking for attention because you have a doubt whether I am important in his life or not. And then what is happening is she is operating from that. So अभी वो express नहीं कर पा रही है. So instead of saying that Swapnil, means you are doing so well in your business, you are doing so well, I mean anniversary होने के बावजूद you are taking so many calls, and you आपको भी लगता होगा anniversary celebrate करनी चाहिए. I truly appreciate your commitment. लेकिन क्या मैं भी जरूरी हूँ? Agar this, by appreciating and creating that empathetic tone, if the wife asks her husband, husband will leave everything apart to make her feel important. Why? Because it satisfies his male ego to see his wife happy and satisfied. But you can create this situation if you have respect. Because abhi ye bhi kyun he will come forward, because you have just fulfilled his need of getting respect from wife. And if a wife can give that respect for his work, क्योंकि दुनिया पड़ी है नीचे खींचने के लिए, पूरी दुनिया है बताने के लिए कैसे you are not good enough. And when they come home, if their wife is helping them raise their self-esteem, then the man wants nothing. But what is happening is wife is not getting empathetic space because husband is not in a space to understand her. So what she's feeling lonely because she has her husband as the center of her world. और जब उसे लगता है कि ये तो पूरे दुनिया में घूम के आता है और मेरे तरफ ध्यान नहीं देता है, तो she feels ignored. दैट अभी तो क्या है, और अगर ये रोज रोज रिपीटेडली हो रहा है तो मुझे इस मैरिज में नहीं रहना है. So if we look at the wife's part from empathetic point of view, she is actually alone because she is thinking that her husband is the center of her world, and now there is no one who can fulfill certain needs of her. अभी उसका डिपेंडेंस इतना बढ़ गया है. तो अभी अगर किसी भी की दिन, forget about the anniversary day, even if it is a normal day, if he doesn't pay attention towards her for a few minutes, she gets disturbed. It is just like a child. So if you look at a woman, if you look at a girl as a child, then it is very easy to actually keep a wife happy. It is very easy. She does not need vacations. She doesn't want vacations. She doesn't want husbands to spend money on her. She doesn't want roses. She doesn't want chocolates. She doesn't want expensive gifts. This is the biggest misunderstanding that the husband is having in his mind, that तुम्हारे vacation के लिए तो पैसे earn कर रहा हूँ. The reality is that she only wants him to sit down with him and have that mindful conversation. So what is missing is communication and listening. Communication. So the problem is not husband, the problem is not wife, the problem is the third person, third element. The element is communication. The communication is communion. It is originated from the word communion. मतलब दोनों का संगम. दोनों का संगम कब होता है? किसी भी दो लोगों का संगम तब होता है when there is a dialogue. Dialogue happens when both of them want to listen to each other. And when wife wants to listen to her husband and she is trying to listen to the words which are not being said, दिन भर ये हुआ होगा, वो हुआ होगा, थके होगे, चलो let me ask him, how was your day? And when husband thinks that, oh wow, अभी तो मैं घर आ गया हूँ, let me see what my wife um, had in a day. And then, how are you doing? How was your day? Now he is also ready to listen, she is also ready to listen. They sit down, have that mindful conversation. So anniversary, any day is not about spending all day together with each other. It's only about having those moments where you are providing a space of listening and you are getting the space of listening. So wife is in search for that understanding from someone. शी इज इन सर्च फॉर, बस ये मुझे समझ ले, एक बार सुन ले विदाउट जजमेंट. क्योंकि अगर आप एक वुमन काउंटर पार्ट, एक वुमन एलिमेंट को देखो, तो बचपन से शी हैज फेस सो मेनी जजमेंट्स. ऐसा मत करो, वैसा मत करो, वीमेन शुड नॉट डू दैट, गर्ल शुड नॉट डू दैट. तो इतने सारे जजमेंट और इंस्ट्रक्शंस, हजारों लाखों करोड़ों इंस्ट्रक्शन सुनने के बाद व्हेन शी गेट्स मैरिड, शी फील दैट चलो आखिर में ऐसा कोई है जो मैं जैसी हूँ उसे स्वीकार करता है और मुझे कोई जजमेंट नहीं सुनने को मिलेगा. And now her life depends on him because no one can match that place, not even her parents. So when she gets the judgment, तुम तो हमेशा चिड़चिड़ी करते रहते हो. She gets triggered. क्या अच्छा मैं घर आया और फिर से ये चालू हो गई. So she gets triggered. Judgment. अरे यही तो मुझे लगा था इसमें नहीं और ये इसने भी दिखा दिया जो दुनिया दिखा रही. अब she gets triggered and that's why she loses her mind and she starts screaming or shouting or getting angry. So if husband has this need to get appreciated for his work, wife has a need to just someone should listen and understand and not judge, provide that non-judgmental space. So in both the scenarios, basic thing that both of them need is a listening space, some compassion about each other's roles. So marriage is not about competition between husband and wife. Marriage is about completing each other's roles and doing the work. And as Swapnil has said that sometimes it is 90-10. I guarantee you, if you are a married person, you will say, मैं ही हूँ वो जो 9% बाहर लेती हूँ या लेता हूँ. मैं ही हूँ जो 80%, 20%, 10% तो उनका है. I guarantee you, if I call your spouse here on this call, they will say the same. तो ये भी हमारा परसेप्शन है कि मेरे मैरिज में ना मैं ज्यादा काम करती हूँ, मैं ज्यादा काम करता हूँ. तो मैं क्या काम करती हूँ मेरे पास लिस्ट है, लेकिन मुझे तो कॉइन की उस साइड दिख ही नहीं रही है. सो वेदर आई एम हस्बैंड और वाइफ, इफ आई एम हस्बैंड आई थिंक अब पैसे तो मैं कमा रहा हूँ ना, मेरी वजह से वो ऐश कर रही है, मेरी वजह से वो ये कर, बट ही इज नॉट लुकिंग एट द अदर साइड ऑफ द कॉइन. The reality is that both of them complete each other and that's why they get married. That's why a man and woman comes together, and it is, and because a man and wife come together in the institution of marriage as a union to co-create a family. That's why communication is the key. Communication. एंड कम्युनिकेशन के लिए सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट ये नहीं है कैसे बात करना, कम्युनिकेशन का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट है कैसे चुप रहना, कैसे चुप रहना और सुनना. अगर ये आर्ट आपको आ जाए, how to listen, how not to talk, then whether you are a married person or you are not married, whether you are just married, you are planning to get married, or you have a seasoned marriage of 25 years or 30 years, your marriage can still thrive. The biggest surprising element, the biggest gift anyone can do to their spouse is providing the space of listening and nothing else. No gifts, no expensive vacations, no jewelry, no diamonds can fill that void. All the companies out there, all the Valentine's gift, they are all the marketing strategies for increasing their profits, but it is not going to help this profit in your marriage. What is required is absolutely comes free to everyone. So are you going to use this divine power of listening in your marriage for your husband or for your spouse or for your wife? Now, by looking at both the sides, can you see that if you're a third person and husband and wife are there, you start feeling compassion for him and not feeling angry for taking up that call of the client? How much pressure he has to close that deal, to earn money for his family, or for his unborn children, or for his born children, or wife, how much she's craving for the attention, for the understanding, for just that listening space, which is so easy to give, and you feel that ये 2 मिनट सुन नहीं सकता इसका. But when you बहुत ही आसानी से हम जजमेंट क्रिएट करते हैं जब हम सिचुएशन को देखते हैं. लेकिन जब आप एज अ थर्ड पर्सन आप देखेंगे फ्रॉम एम्पैथेटिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, योर हार्ट विल मूव फॉर हस्बैंड, योर हार्ट विल मूव फॉर वाइफ, और आपको 2 मिनट के लिए एक दूसरे को बोल दो ना कि या आई वांट टू स्पेंड टाइम विद यू, लेट्स डू समथिंग. सो चलो थोड़ी देर के लिए फोन वोन सब बाजू रख देते हैं, कहीं बाहर जाके आते हैं, या विल जस्ट सिट डाउन एंड लिसन टू ईच अदर. लेकिन हमारे कल्चर में हमें एक्सप्रेस करना सिखाया नहीं गया है, इसीलिए हमारे यहाँ गुस्सा करना एक आसान तरीका माना जाता है. एक्सप्रेस करना मतलब आप देखो ना, आपके मदर या फादर, इवन इफ यू आर अ गर्ल और बॉय, सेम है अपब्रिंगिंग में. अगर आपने रोया तो आपको बोलते हैं अगर ऐसे रोएगी ना तो अपने फैमिली को कैसे संभालेंगे, बच्चों को कैसे संभालेंगे. लड़का रोता है उसको ऐसे रोएगा तो कैसे होगा, लड़की की तरह रो के थोड़ी ना कुछ होगा. अरे वो क्लास में ना अभी आया, वाज देयर यस्टरडे इन अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, वो मेडिकल स्कूल में 80 गर्ल्स है और 10 बॉयज है. मुझे तो लगता है कुछ दिनों के बाद वो 10 बॉयज भी गर्ल्स बन जाएंगे. हाउ मच ऑफ जजमेंट वी आर कैरिंग in the society about boys and girls. So they are not getting, not girls, not boys are getting any space of expression, because we are expected to show our happy face and smiling face everywhere, not to express our emotions. Because positive people are good people. If positive people are good people, then if I am really sad, who is there to listen to me? Because if I tell this to my husband, positive people are good people, you're expressing negative, that means you're not a good girl. So many judgments coming from all the sides. And that's why there is a gap. The solution is simple. You don't have to copy anyone. You don't have to compete with anyone. You have to just understand the other side. And make sure that you bring your spouses in this space and elevate your environment. Because if you keep on providing space of empathy and not try to train them for empathy, you will feel frustrated one day. सो आपको ये काम करना है. और आप जब ये लिसनिंग स्पेस में आते हैं ना, आप दौड़ने लगते हो लाइफ में, क्योंकि आपका सेल्फ डेवलपमेंट बहुत फास्ट होता है. और अगर आपने आपके स्पाउस का हाथ नहीं पकड़ा तो कहीं ना कहीं पीछे छूट जाते हैं. सो whenever you are in this journey, make sure that you educate them about the importance of listening. You express your need of how you want someone to listen to you in a very nice, loving, calm way, in a proper atmosphere, not when they are doing something important. So, this way, you train their mind also. Slowly, you grow together, and then the marriage thrives. If two people are not growing together, one person is growing into a personal development space, the other person does not even get any iota of it, that sometimes there happens is there's a mismatch, and such kind of conversations happen.
Thank you, ma'am. It was an eye-opening conversation. I mean, your insights were really deep. we do not express, we express our care through anger. That's very true. And just seeing Swapnil, I could actually make out, yeah, it's actually right. Whatever my husband is doing, he is doing for me. He's just wanting a little bit of appreciation in return, and everything is being provided. It was fantastic. The whole was an like something moved in me only, totally.
Great, great.
Yeah,
Thank you for having your open heart.
and giving them space to listen, not saying, not talking, not really just listening. That one line which you said, about you don't really need to always return. They say something, you just be quiet and listen to them. It's communication is not just that bolo bolo bolo. Suno 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 is much more important. Thank you so much. We would really invite everyone to share their takeaways and what are their opinion and regarding this conversation.
It was beautiful, Dr. Pallavi. मैं एक चीज लेके जा रही हूँ साथ में is like what you said was communication में जरूरी नहीं है कि हर बार जैसे उन्होंने बोला बोलो, चुप कैसे रहना है वो सीखना है. Really, it's necessary. और like you put forth both the points में, मतलब husband भी और wife भी, and let me tell you, कहीं पे भी ऐसा नहीं लगा कि a female is speaking. It was unbiased. Both the point of view were like really like out of the box. You were out of the frame and then you were speaking. That's really nice. Thank you. I also got to see a many a things like somewhere I was like मेरी कहानी चल रही कहीं कहीं थोड़ी थोड़ी. होता है बहुत बार ऐसा. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You people are doing a good job. Thank you.
Appreciate your open mind and open heart, Swati. We are glad to have you here.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening to all of you. Sorry, it's good night, I think. Ma'am, the session was awesome, and the last part you told some, I mean, in professional life also we came to across many people. उसमें भी क्या हो जाता है कि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम कोई गलती करता है या फिर कोई चिढ़ता है, तो एज कुछ दिनों से आपका सेशन अटेंड कर रहा हूँ, तो या फिर मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम मेरा तो अभी काफ़ी काम हो गया हो, काफ़ी लोगों को लिसनिंग करता हूँ, लेकिन मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम में मतलब उसी टाइम पे या फिर मुझे एजुटेशन होती कि नहीं अभी इनको ये गलत हुए, इनको अभी ये बताना चाहिए कि तुम गलत हो, तुम्हारा हायर सेल्फ या लोअर सेल्फ काम नहीं कर रहा, मतलब वो एक एजुटेशन होती कि नहीं मुझे इसको ये बताना है. तो I think I should listen them at that time also properly, and after some time or after some days I should tell them that you have done this wrong, or you should be calm on that situation. You shouldn't get so much angry, like that thing. I think I should take time for that thing, and कुछ दिनों के बाद में उनको रियलाइज करवाना चाहिए मुझे, इतनी जल्दी में नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम उनकी मेंटेलिटी उस टाइम पे नहीं होगी, ऐसा लगता है मुझे. थैंक यू.
Great, great. Glad that you are getting certain inputs for yourself, Mahesh. You are always like a sponge. You are always there to take certain takeaways and you relate it to your workplace. This is so amazing. I mean, your alignment of head and heart is truly commendable. So, truly appreciate you being a part of Kindness Corner, Mahesh.
थैंक यू मैम.
Yeah.
Thank you for this wonderful insights, ma'am. Actually, taking out the perspective in this way was very wonderful. Even I was not aware of this kind of situations can arise between two people. And for an inexperienced person like me, this was a very insightful conversation on the institution with some few live examples between the great Mahesh Mahadev sir, Swati ma'am, and even you itself. It's an honor to get this insight just before this thing get into set in our life. Thank you for this thing. It was actually a much needed session for youngsters like us, whether it's me or Mahesh or the people having same situations. Thank you.
Right, right. So, be it a man or woman, be it a boy or girl, everyone is broken from inside, a little bit by bit, for many, many years. Our work is to keep their heart together, and this can happen only through your own capacity to enlarge the space in your heart with the help of compassion, empathy, and that can be demonstrated only through listening. A man will fight in the world, but the truth is that when he comes home and he looks at his wife is his world. He wants only 2 words of appreciation from his wife, and then the next day he can go and fight with the criticism of 99% people in the world. For a woman, what matters is not the opinion of her parents or other people and friends and gifts. What matters is only the space of non judgmental space of listening from her husband. How beautifully this gels well together. If we only take a moment to understand ourselves and then the other person, it is absolutely possible to bring together two totally different people. Only what is required is listening and empathy. Anyone else, if you would like to share, or should we end the meeting?
Before we end today's meeting, like I would like to say something. Swapnil and myself, though Swapnil is not married as yet, but when we played this part, I tell you the insight into that role was so different. Was like an alarm, like an awakening call. Okay, ye aisa hota hai. So it's very important. We would really invite all the participants to please come forth with your actual real life breakdowns. जब आप उसको यहाँ प्ले करेंगे ना, आपको एक नया नजरिया दिखेगा, इवन योर ओन एंड इवन सामने वाले का. So don't miss out this opportunity. It is really, really mind boggling. आप कितना भी समझो कि हमने दूसरे को देख के समझ लिया, वो नहीं होता है जब तक आप खुद वो पार्ट प्ले नहीं करोगे. So, I mean, you all are getting this free stage and expert guidance. All of us are there to help each other to understand the other person, to understand the opposite person, to understand yourself. So, it's going to be amazing. Don't miss it out. Really don't miss it out. इंस्टेंट मेरे को तो दिमाग में एक आइडिया और आई है जब पल्लवी मैम बोल रही थी कि लुकिंग एट द ऑपोजिट साइड ऑफ द कॉइन. आई थॉट यार ये रोल अगर मैं हस्बैंड का रोल प्ले करूं एंड स्वप्निल वाइफ का रोल प्ले करते तो क्या होता. I would be getting into my husband's mind and playing that part, and I would understand him totally differently. I think that would be fantastic. So let's come ahead, let's play this, let's be on ground and then make all the difference in our own lives and in the lives of others. Don't miss it out, guys. Don't miss it out.
So from here onward, we are take your leave on this 52 weeks 52 challenge. Week third, we have covered mother and daughter. We have covered a mother and son. This was we have covered a boss and employee also. This was our fourth scenario where it was freshly about husband and wife. Next time, we would like to keep in surprises for our next week. It will be revealed in the group itself. And in between, for the 8 weeks, any of you want to come to us and want to share about your insight. Like this week, I want it to be my challenge. My week, my challenge is also up there. So if any one of you is interested, keep posted in the group. All the updates will be shared there. Thank you.
ऑल्सो देखिए, अगर आप यहाँ ट्रेन हो रहे हैं कंपैशनेट लिसनिंग के लिए, तो आपको पता है सबसे बड़ा फायदा किसको हो रहा है? आपके फैमिली मेंबर्स को. तो अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपका फायदा हो, तो you need to bring your family members, your friends, or your challenging relationships here so that you get that compassionate space, because एज यू ऑल नो हमारे फैमिली मेंबर्स को हम ट्रेन नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन आप अगर एक थर्ड पर्सन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जो उनसे रिलेटेड नहीं है, स्ट्रेंज एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है काइंडनेस कॉर्नर, वहां आप लेकर आते हैं विथ प्रॉपर इंटेंशन, प्रॉपर लीडर्स, 5 to 6 people leading the call, imagine what kind of transformation will happen in them and what kind of love and compassion and great atmosphere you will be enjoying in your house. So do it for yourself, call more people.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I want to add some points here. मतलब अभी मैंने जो जिधर काम करता हूँ या फिर जहाँ पे पढ़ता हूँ, तो मतलब मैं अब तक 15-20 लोगों को लिटरली बोल चुका हूँ कि एक हमारा ग्रुप है, आप उसमें ज्वाइन हो जाओ, ऐसा करो। पर्सनली मैं उनको काफ़ी काउंसलिंग किए हैं, लेकिन मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आई डोंट मीन्स काफ़ी लोग ये नहीं करते। और उसमें एक बात यह है कि एक मतलब there might be one person in 50 people that after listening such things he might interested in that things, but most of the means I have convinced lot of people to come here, means उनको आधा आधा घंटा एक एक घंटा उनको लेक्चर देता हूँ कि ऐसा क्या होता है इसमें, ऐसा ऐसा। फिर भी मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, आई डोंट नो हाई, बट लेकिन अभी मेरा क्या था कि मैम थोड़ा सा एक्स करो, लेकिन मोस्ट ऑफ मेरा क्या था कि मैंने आपका मैसेज देख लिया उस टाइम पे, आपका या स्वप्न का देखा था, तो मुझे झट से क्लिक हुआ कि नहीं मुझे यहाँ पे जाना है, मुझे इसकी जरूरत है। तो क्या मतलब इसका?
हाँ, इसका मतलब ये है महेश कि स्वप्निल नेवर कन्विंस्ड यू, that's why you felt connected, and because you are convincing people for hours, you are feeling like running away from it. This is what is happening in marriage also, na?
तो फिर क्या करना, कन्विंस भी नहीं करना है और इनवाइट भी नहीं करना है, तो फिर कैसे आएंगे लोग?
By sharing what you got from the session, just like a
ओके।
normal conversation, नॉर्मल जैसे आप अपने फ्रेंड से बात करते हो कि पता है वेस्ट साइड में सेल लगा है, 50% ऑफ है, फिर वो मेरी फ्रेंड बोलेगी अरे नहीं वहां पे तो 60%, अच्छा तूने क्या खरीदा, अरे आई बॉट दिस एंड दिस इज सो ब्यूटीफुल, अच्छा चल फिर मेरे साथ कल चलते हैं साथ में। हम शॉपिंग के लिए ऐसा करते हैं कॉन्वर्सेशन कभी कभी। तो जब दूसरे ने कुछ चीज खरीदी जिससे उसको आनंद मिला, तो हम कभी कभी चाहते हैं कि मुझे वो आनंद मिले, तो वो चीज खरीदने नहीं जाते आप, वो एक्साइटमेंट फील करने के लिए, वो एक्सपीरियंस लेने के लिए आप जाते हैं कि मैं कहीं मिस आउट तो नहीं कर रही हूँ कुछ। सो दिस ऑल्सो कैन बी जस्ट योर शेयरिंग ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस in 5 minutes. You don't need to spend hours and hours together. Sharing the experience and then leaving it to them. Because जो कनेक्ट करेंगे वो आपके पास आएंगे पूछते हुए।
And Mahesh, I would really appreciate you doing that. It's felt very great as a connection to have a friend to you, and I was actually very happy to be of service of you. So same way I get the chance to be of your service, and you are doing this great service by sharing it to people. I would suggest just the way I did it. I actually, you also know connections I can build, but instead of having that exaggerated conversations or having this, I would say convincing, I would just like you to be Mahesh, the way I know you, the way you have grown, the way you have transformed your life. I would like to see people like what real you is, like you sharing. I don't know whether you're getting it or not. We would like to. I would like to listen to you. Are you getting it or not?
I am getting it.
But you don't
मतलब
know how to implement it.
yeah, no, most of the time, what happened, ma'am? Only one person I convince a lot, but later 15 to 20% I just tell or the story you tell like that. We have a group like that only, but 1% as he was close of mine, so that's why I convince him, try to convince him.
Yeah, that's enough. That's actually, see, this is the intention of this conversation that you and me are having, Vish, is not to let you know that what you're doing is not right. Actually, your efforts are commendable beyond words, beyond words. So it is speaking about your intention so loudly. But what is happening is, we kindness corner team is from your side because we are feeling empathy for you, that how people don't have this heart to listen to you, how people are not having. So we don't want you to fall down. That's why kindness corner team is here to make you stop convincing, because we don't want you to waste your energy and to lose yourself, as Swapnil has said. So being yourself and only sharing your story, how it is so beautiful, how it is peaceful for you, how it gives you certain solutions, and you are at peace with yourself now.
That's all.
That's it. Because in the process of convincing, Kindness Corner doesn't want you to lose your own essence.
Because you have worked so hard, you have taken so much of troll. I know what you have gone through because we have talked about it somewhere. But right from going down there, hitting the rock bottom, again getting on top, this has been the fighter I have seen your journey. But most of the people are seeing you right now, as I can point, I can actually, you can consider it. They are seeing you right now, strong, alpha, the stand up you, correct? They this or no? I'm not getting it, Mahesh.
No, yes, yes, definitely yes.
So they don't know the journey of a caterpillar to butterfly. They are literally seeing the butterfly Mahesh with his all colorful wings, but they don't know the efforts you have put to break your cocoon. So the story of your cocoon is what makes the butterfly more beautiful than its color. And it's not like we are asking you to advertise it.
Hmm.
You are already doing it. You're sharing it. It's wonderful. But when you're talking with someone, when you feel that this person is in the need of this story, that's when you open your beautiful wings. That's how it goes. That's how I got into it. That's how every one of the team has been connected. That's how you are also part of it.
Well said.
Is it okay for you, or you still have some to add, Mahesh? I would love to listen.
Absolutely, I got your point, and I understand what you want to say to me.
Because it is draining you. I can see that in conversation. You're actually doing a
Hmm.
phenomenal, wonderful work, but it's taking a toll on you. We don't want the toll on you. Even if we change one life, that's important. And all changes begins with ourselves. As you have done, you have changed you. That's your 1% of contribution towards the world. By seeing you, other people also do the same. That makes it 100. But you decide that I want to do 100. It's gonna take a toll on you, correct? So that is the 1% you have done to yourself. It's more than enough here. Thank you. So
Swapnil, I truly appreciate your compassionate attitude towards Mahesh. Truly want to appreciate it.
yes. He is the friend that everyone needs.
Hmm.
I guess someone has joined late.
Yeah.
Hello, Vaishali ma'am. It's wonderful to have you here, but we are just in the last stage, wrapping up the conversation after having a wonderful insight from Suman ma'am, Pallavi ma'am, and our own Mahesh sir. Would you like to add anything, or would you like to ask anything, or we were ending the call? I guess Vaishali ma'am is unable to share in some unconsidered situations, but we appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. All the updates will be shared in the group, and if anything you need, you can connect us one on one also. Our numbers are there in the group also. Thank you everyone. I will call this off a day and hand over for the final consultants to Dr. Pallavi ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. You and Suman can end the call. No problem. It was great, great. It was a great call. So many insights, and I can see how, like, curious to take the sharings of participants in the next call. What what shift did they make in their lives or in their marriage in the coming week? Will be interesting for all of us to listen, right? So, Suman, would you
Okay.
like to end the call? Share anything so that I can end the call?
Yeah. Okay, thank you all of y'all. Hope to see y'all spread the kindness which you have felt, spread it to other people, invite more people, because listening is very important. It is more important than talking, as we have all seen during the past last weeks. And please come up with your own life breakdowns and come on ground, play cricket instead of watch cricket, and enjoy. Have a great day ahead. Have a great week ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you.